Hey, beloveds. How are my peoples? Oh, I don't need to ask that. I'll take that back. All right. Just a weekly forecast. I feel it's going to be a little more in depth than the normal ones. Okay. Since we don't have a lot of people going to work and have to deal with a lot of people. But I will say this before I get started. And you all can move it to the cards if you want to fast forward this. But I will say this. There's a serious new energy coming into a new era of life as we knew it. A lot of us, especially old school like me. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna got quite a few decks here, and I'm gonna do some clarifiers. So the main focus is what we're going through and the things that you might come across this week. Realizing that it's moved into the age of Aquarius, which is all about, wow, finances, along with building self-made businesses, using the social media and network as a form of communication. And it's also a time to tune in to your gifted abilities. If in fact you've been getting information from that. Also, realizing that the gift that you have, and even if you feel that you're not gifted, but just moving in the spirit of the gifted ones of positive, loving, enlightened energy. Building relationships with the people you know as well as the people that you don't know. It's a universal relevancy that's coming. And you're going to choose a side. Are you going to go with the loving flow? Or are you going to go with drama, resistance, and power in a negative way? Because it's good to have power, but how do you use it? Okay? A lot of people are not in tune with their gifts and their purpose. But all of us that have a gift and use it for the betterment and overall of humanity, this is the preparation time. for having the energy and the magnitude to come together as one on that positive energy. All right, Divine Spirit, what are the messages that we need to concentrate on for the next 7 days? What do we need to be aware of? What do we need to have strengths in? Show us our weaknesses. Got awakening. Got awakening. As I just stated, there's awakening process that we're coming into. Some people are going into contemplation and using this period of semi-isolation. It's time to contemplate on how you're going to move through this period of time. There's some that are grief-stricken. About all that's going on, about choices that were made, even about relationships, because this is the time where you need relationships to have a very strong foundation. Relationships of all kinds. And know that devotion is needed during this time for us collectively to be devoted to one another in a totally new way. And showing devotion to others. Okay. That felt interesting. During that contemplation and that awakening, this is going to move you into a new way of thinking, living, and being. And you gotta purge some things, okay? And I'm sure there'll be feelings of numbing. Spirit just came to me. If there's any addictions that you have, now is a good time to try and release some addictions. Because whatever the addiction is in a substance form, it's not going to be a place you want to be as we move into this new era. Don't have things that you just cannot do without. Time out for that. Because if all you have is the air that you breathe, the family and the energies that you connect with, along with water, food, and air, you don't want to have no addictions right through here now. And then we have the energy of a karmic partner. And the summer is going to bring all the sunshine on things, your awakening, your contemplation, let go of griefs, okay? Figure out who and what you devoted to, and purge and release addictions. So that to the summer, to clear away some things, recognize some things. And within this energy, you really need to understand how serious this is. So for the week, these are things to concentrate on and be prepared. I hope you view the spiritual message, because that's something else that will give you in-depth clarity about the spiritual vibration that's needed. We've got achievement. There's some achievements that are going to be going on by it being in that Aquarius energy, the go-getter, the inventive spirit, the energy of just abundance and creativity. It's just flowing. Thinking about a new way of manifesting income. Speaking of income, might be going to a cashless society very soon, sooner than we expected. Yeah, it's a time for cleansiness and purification as we go on this enlightened journey and look into the new moon for things that you want to manifest, thinking about promises that you made, thinking about things that you want to make a promise to. As I stated in the releasing of those, let me get some water. Okay, then we have the fog veil is being lifted. The fog is being lifted. You are going to, well, I'm going to say the fog being lifted because they're trying to keep some kind of blinders on you at all times. For those who don't want you to be aware of what's going on, okay? But that veil is so open now for you to manifest and reveal some of your innermost gifts and your creativity. Yeah. So just know that, and even for those of you who may be foggy in knowing or feeling that you have a gift and not knowing how to express it, hone in on it, ask Spirit, they'll give it to you. They will give it to you. Wow. And just leap forward with the thrust of energy that leap forward into your creativity, purifying yourself, opening yourself up to spirit, okay? Because we're all going to have a part to do in this new energy that's before us. So many things are going to change on a level that, and it's going to come drastic, and it's going to be like, wow. With our finances, the government, yeah. And we're going to need to do some nurturing on ourselves and each other, okay? We're going to need that nurturing spirit, okay? Yeah. Because as we release the things that no longer serve us and the things that need to be released, some things you might not want to release, but what needs to be released, it's going to come to you. And you just got to figure out whether or not you're going to listen to that energy. Man, and we got to stay grounded. That is so, so important. I just had that card the other day too. All right, let's get some tarot clarification on these energies. We've got the devil, releasing some addictions, walking away from things that no longer serve you and that are not in your best interest. We have an Eight of Wands. Oh, sorry about that. Eight of Wands. It's going to be messages coming in from synchronicities, dreams, other words that people may say that may hit a certain trigger. They could be talking about something totally different, but there may be some words or even a song that comes. So you got to be very aware of spirit guiding you by the things that are repeated or that grab your attention. It's not necessarily everything has to be repeated, okay? But I was thinking about numbers. But just being in tune and aware of spirit guiding you on the right path. And then we have the Queen of Wands. This is the energy that needs to step up in women by us being nurturers, the giver of life. Spirit is going to need us in a very significant way, because there's only certain gifts that women have that are given to children and given to men. letting men be men and knowing when they need our support. So we need to come together. I'm feeling the energy that there are people that are coming together for a business adventure as well as a collective thought. Okay? Eight of Swords. We have to release that bound energy and mentality thinking. And along with the Devil card coming up and the Eight of Swords, for those of you who are bound by some type of addiction, this is the best time and probably one of the last times that you need to try and purge that energy out. Because for what's coming, you need to be on point. Okay? Got the Hierophant as a foundation card. Divine Spirit, clarify the Devil card for me, please. We got a Knight of Cups and the World card. The world will be turned upside down if, in fact, you don't shake some type of addictions that you have or things that you put into your body, mind, and spirit. Because there's going to be some offers and doors and veils that are opening that you're going to need to have a clear mind. Clarify the Six of Swords for me, please. Six of Pentacles. Feeling the energy, somebody needs to walk away from those that drain you of your energy and that have a user type of energy and mentality. And I'm feeling those who are in authority need to give and not hold on so tightly to your money that you will see others suffer or are in need and you can be of help. It's time to walk away from that selfish type of mentality. The Eight of Wands, messages of patience is coming in along with balance and celebration. Celebrating some news that's coming in. Being grateful for something that's coming in for someone. It's going to be a celebration because they've waited a long time to have some type of reunion or revelation of something. And the news that's coming in, it could be by way of spirit and physically. Just be patient, because something is coming. Some messages or someone is coming. Yeah, 6 of Wands. Possibly somebody from your past. Somebody is recognizing the seriousness of what's going on, and you want to be with people that it's almost as if you want to be with people that you know and that you can trust, even though some things just might have popped up in the past, but now uh, people are coming to a realization of looking over the small things. Okay. Thank goodness for the water. Letting bygones be bygones on some things, because it's detrimental to be with someone that you know got your back and can be on your team during this time. The spirit is saying check on people that you have not talked to in a long time. Yeah. Some people are thinking about getting back together with some different with a relationship that you think that you might not have should have let go. Yeah, because there's a connection there. We got the devil card up under the lovers. And it's the energy that someone wants to be with someone. And it's like, it's like almost like, you know what, now I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to tie the knot. I'm ready to, buckle down and let's go on and be a team player and move and support through this drama we got going on here. Because it's very important to be with somebody that you can trust and you're on the same level of a very positive energy. Yeah, it's time to balance the scales and balance out things in your life and in your relationships that need balance. Yeah, so you all can move forward. We got the Chariot and the Justice card. Yeah, so you can move forward. So there's some people that are rethinking some relationships that they can see now and look back that it's in their best interest to be in that relationship with that significant other. Hmm. Might be a celebration of somebody found out they're pregnant, but everybody's worried because of what's going on. There's some people that are uh, in fear of being pregnant and birthing through this virus. That Empress, it's also the gift of being pregnant with knowledge and being on a spiritual path as others gather for guidance. Yeah. There's some energies of some people that are trying to figure out his family and possibly um, just some like-minded energies that are coming together to try and figure out another means of supporting themselves and families within the change that's coming. Realizing that certain jobs that can't be worked from home will just be lost. And it's getting ready to be a lot of people out of work. We have the Death card on top of the Judgment. Yeah, there's some news of transformations coming, and then there's some information and news for those of you who are collaborating with others of like-minded to figure out some survival techniques, things needed for survival. Somebody's thinking ahead. They can see the trees and the writing on the wall. On top of the Eight of Swords, we have a Seven of Wands. Yeah, thinking about how protected and guarded you need to be. There's a lot of people that's prepared, but then there's a lot of people that are not. There's people that are prepared in the mind, but never had the money the extra money to prepare for certain things. Mm-hmm. Four of Swords. There's some people awakening out of a bound mentality and realizing that they're not bound, and then that they have to step up and understand and accept what's going on and how things will be different. Somebody's contemplating, meditating through this process for guidance and answers on just how they're supposed to live from this time forward. Yeah, we have the Three of Pentacles again. Feeling the energy, it's time to come together. It's almost like a no more me, my, I shit. It's a card of unification. Yeah, and then we have the Moon. Secrets being revealed. Yeah. Okay. And the Hermit is on the bottom. Serious time for contemplation, going within, listening and tuning into spirit, getting out in nature. Let Mother Nature, the sun, the wind, the clouds, and the vision of the sceneries that you see, all the greenery and what Mother Nature created, helps with grounding. And it's also a doorway for messages of guidance during times of uncertainties. The Gatherer. It's time to gather and store up. Always stay stored and stocked up. But with it in reverse, let's see what the message is for someone. Okay, let me go get the book. So within the gathering spirit, it's time to store up and get things that are of personal importance and need. It's almost like the want time is put on the back burner for a minute. So within the essence of the gatherer, before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The gathering finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. The gatherer is the provider, the foregoer, and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. Yeah, knowing that you'll always be gifted with enough of what you need. There's no need to hoard because things can go bad. And before things go bad, give it to someone that can use it. And also within the newness of things that are coming, slowly kind of incorporate into your week certain days where you just won't eat meat. You'll eat nuts, fruits, and vegetables. Because that might be a new form and a way that your taste buds may have to change. The availability for things may have to change. So in the medicine, by it being in reverse, do not wander too far afield in search of for what spirit has already provided. Practice paying it forward, being thankful in advance of receiving. If you are in the scarcity mindset, open your heart to look beyond current conditions, and you will find the bounty being offered to you. Practice sharing, not hoarding, and that has a lot to do with my spiritual message as well. It's just time to come together and look at things in a different and new way, and realizing that you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. So we need to look out for each other. So for this week, that's what I have. Yep, releasing, nurturing, taking advantage of the veil being open, and a promise, knowing that this new norm, we will be okay. So those of you take that time to go into contemplation because it's time for getting your energy together. Oh yes. Oh yes. And it's don't let fear overtake you. Okay? So wherever you go, beloved, what we gonna do? We're gonna keep it peaceful and positive wherever we go. On that note, see you next time, beloved. Thank you so much for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and thank you so much for the comments. Love chit chat with you, my loves. And keep sharing our channel. I'm supposed to say, yo, hit the like button. That means something. So I'm getting ready to go back to YouTube school. One of the beloved Sunnyside family members told me something to get my channel out there. All right, because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I guess Corona gonna give me time to figure it out. I'm still doing a lot, even being in the house, doing a lot. Okay. So for this week, I hope that all goes well, and feel free to comment or ask me some questions about some things, and if in fact I can help you, I will. And if not, I'll try and find somebody who can. All right. All right, beloveds. Love you. Until next time, be well.